Surprise, we're live.
We're
Hello.
live. Hi.
Excited to be here with you guys because we're here to talk about this is so awkward now. We're here to talk about how to get the best, how to get the most from Exodus Summit. We are 2 hours live because East Coast, Central Time, in wherever we are, wonders of the
You don't know
world.
that. They don't know. They don't care. You don't know what time we were supposed to be here. I know you don't know.
Well,
We're here
we
early.
emailed them, right?
Better early. Yeah. The email said 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Better early than never.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to make sure that you know how to get the most of Exodus Summit, most from your experience in Exodus Summit. For some of you, this will be your very first time attending. For some of you, it will be your fifth time attending, but still, we want to talk about ways to make sure that you come away with Exodus Summit with what you came to get. So that's what we're going to talk about. And then we'll answer some of your questions as well, a little Q&A time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so Exodus Summit is our online conference. This is our 5th year hosting Exodus Summit. It's our online conference for Black women who want to spend time out of the country, right? If you want to move abroad, whether that is an indefinite move, I don't know how long I'll be gone. If it is a permanent move, if it is a few months or a few years move, Exodus Summit exists to help make that smoother for you, help make it reality for you. We bring in speakers, we bring in Black women speakers who answer the questions that you need answered or like provide solutions to the things that you think are problems or roadblocks or things that might be standing in your way of leaving the country. We bring in speakers to help pick them apart one at a time, right? Here's why this isn't a problem. Here's how you work around this. Here's some solutions to that. Exodus Summit is all online, October 11th through 14th. Which is why it's so soon. It's very soon. It starts very soon. And all online, get your tickets at ExodusSummit.com. Okay. If you already have tickets, we're going to talk about how to make the most of this experience.
Yes. Are we going to start with a list of our favorites, things to make the most of it?
Yeah. Hi, guys. Yeah.
Hello. Hey, everyone watching now. Yeah. One of the ways to make the most of this is to make sure you're attending the morning sessions and our kickoff sessions. You may think, I don't need to do that, but that's where any instructions for the day, if anything changes, that's going to be the first place you know about it. So it's how, if you're like, I just need to come to the substantive sessions, yes, right? But if anything has changed, any time thing happens, we are going to let you know in those sessions.
That's right. So when you go to ExodusSummit.com and you click on Summit Schedule, you'll see the morning coffee chat or morning session. It is time, like Rashida said, time for us to set the agenda for the day. Mm-hmm. So you do want to come to those. Plus, it'll be a fun time to kick it with all the other women in the chat.
Stephanie loves drinking tea in the morning with us. We have a good time.
I was just thinking today, like, maybe I should try to buy some of that cold brew and try to do cold brew this year during the summit instead of trying to make coffee. I'm in Costa Rica and it's a coffee place. And so in my normal life, I drink instant coffee. In Costa Rica, I do not drink instant coffee. I brew my coffee. But I was like, maybe for time savings this year, I want to get some bottled like cold brew. I'm still weighing that back and forth. We'll see how the mornings go. For us, the summit sessions start at 7:30, right? 9:30 Eastern time.
I blocked that out of my head. I don't have the calendar.
I want to spend my mornings getting my hair cute. I want to spend my mornings.
Oh, baby.
Right? I want to spend the morning getting my hair together and not making coffee. So I think this may be an opportunity for me to try some of those bottled cold brews that they sell down here. We'll see what happens.
Our kickoff time is at 7:30. We moved it back. I think our goal was to move it back this year. I don't know if we actually did, or was our kickoff time 6:30 last year?
I think last year it was 8:30, which it was 6:30 for us. And now it's 7:30. It's a little better.
I haven't seen any bottled cold brew in the store, but I might see if I can find some. I don't normally drink coffee, but this might be the day, because one thing to know, these are going to be if you're not someone who works 9 to 5 now, these are going to be long days. If you're already, you're in your grind, 9 to 5, whatever, you'll be fine. It's just a little bit over the weekend, but we really recommend that you create a food plan, a food, drink, beverage, focus plan, right? What are the things that you can do to make sure you don't get distracted by something you're going to be annoyed at? Because if Christine Platt is giving a talk that is changing your life about liberation, less minimalism, all those things, and your stomach is like, right? You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be real mad.
Yeah.
So make sure that you have a food plan. You don't take your kids to soccer or football or whatever because you're gonna be mad. Mm-hmm. All of those things. Make sure the sessions you want to see live, you want to participate in the Q&A, you want to be in the chat. Make a plan so you don't have to be distracted during those times.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep. Yeah. So look at the schedule now and then go to your calendar. So let's make this number 2. Go to your calendar and take some stuff off, right? Go to your calendar, whatever you use, Google Calendar, a paper calendar, whatever. Go to your thing and take off everything that's not Exodus Summit from Friday evening through Monday evening. Make sure that you have, make sure that you're free, right? Make sure that you're free to learn, to receive, to be in community and not occupied with other stuff.
And every year, women in our community want to watch this in community together. But I'm telling you, if you're trying to hear somebody talking and they don't care about the same session and they're kikiing in the corner and you can't hear the words, you shall be displeased. And we don't want that for you. So I know it can feel like a great time to build community, but what we would recommend is watching it on your own and then getting in together in community later on.
Yes. Okay, so that was clear your calendar. What was the first one? We just said it.
Breakfast sessions. Come to the morning. Come to the
breakfast. Thank you. I need to write these down. This is why I take notes. Come to the breakfast sessions, right? So you know what's happening for the day, and then come and then make sure that your schedule is clear for the weekend, so that you can get what you came for, so that you can pick up what you need to pick up during each session. You don't want things interrupting your time. We really do treat the women inside of this community who are Exodus Summit regulars, really do treat this like it's an event, like it's a holiday. I know you've all signed up and registered for things and you were like, well, I'll go to this and that, and they're not gonna see me the rest of the time, because that's exactly how I attend things sometimes. But this is an event and you really do want this to be the focus of your weekend. If you can do that, that's how you will get the most from Exodus Summit 2024.
I'm very much something came up, I can't watch it now. I'll watch the replay. That's not what like for other events, fine. Especially if there's no community aspect. There's such a big community in the chats, which I think I want to be the next thing we talk about. Okay. The chat moves very, very fast. The chat moves even faster if we're not on topic. Love y'all, mean it. The breakfast sessions are a great time to talk to the homies. Yeah. In the chat itself, you can still talk to the homies, but know that the more non-related topic talk going on, the less likely our moderators are going to be to grab the questions. There is a Q&A tab. We're going to be in the Q&A tab looking for questions, but it can take a couple seconds to go back and forth from the Q&A tab to the chat. So if you can't get it in the Q&A tab and there's important stuff happening in the chat, we gotta slow down. Everybody can't say the same thing at the same time. But no, this is not me saying don't chat. It's me saying make sure if you have an important question, you get it on the Q&A tab, as opposed to putting an important question in the chat, because that's where we will lose things. The Q&A is just going to take you a second to get back and forth from the Q&A tab to the chat. And when we did the test run the other day, I could tell that some women were getting frustrated with it because the chat going back and forth, the chat was going so quickly. We're going to have like 4 times the number of people that were in the live on Friday that are in every session. So the chat's going to go even faster. So make sure you're putting your important questions in the Q&A session.
Every year they've added a new functionality to the chat. So this is new. So having different tabs inside of the chat box is really helpful. And then as part B to this is to use the chat and not the comments. This may not make sense until you see the pages, but there is a chat box that will be rolling just like what you see right now. Those of you who are on YouTube, you see the chat box rolling, right? That is what you want to use. There's a comment section at the bottom, which we really don't use that for much of anything. There'll be a moderator there to kind of usher you back up to the chat if you're leaving comments in the comment box instead of in the chat box. But use that. That's real time, and it's there for us. Yeah.
Okay. What else you got, Steph?
All right. Fourth way to get the most. Are we on 5? No.
Yeah.
What are they? Help me with my notes.
I have notes. I never have notes, y'all. Attend the kickoff sessions and the breakfast session. Clear your calendar. Get your food. Watch on your own.
Yes.
Like have that moment so you're not getting distracted by other people. Use a Q&A chat function appropriately for the right thing. Like use the right tab for the right thing. And number 5, back to you, is
I would say prepare ahead of time for what you know you need to learn to be able to get what you came for in Exodus Summit. There's something that you know you need to learn to be able to facilitate your move abroad or your sabbatical abroad or your nomad time. So know what things you need to come and get, right? If it's money, if what I said the other day, sit down and journal, right? Sit down and journal. I want to move abroad by X date. In my dream, in my vision, I am in Florence, Italy, or wherever you are. And then whatever things come up for you, like, but what about the butts? The butts rise to the top, right? Those butts, write those butts down so that you know specifically what you need to get some support with inside of the summit, right? If it's but the money, but the job, but the kids, but the family, but the healthcare, right? Write down the butts so that you can come to the summit with an agenda. You should come to the summit saying, I have the reason I'm here is to get myself out the door. And you should have some things that you need, support with, or some things you need answers to, or some things you need ideas for. So come knowing some things you want. That doesn't mean you only go to those sessions though, because every session is going to open up your eyes to something new, right? Let all of the sessions speak to you, but know for sure which sessions, listen, this is for me. I'm not leaving here until I'm sitting here, I'm taking my notes, right? I'm not finishing this session without getting my stuff, my stuff started, my plan started.
Yes. All right. Next on the list for me is, if you have the weekend pass, don't wait until after the session you wanted to be involved in happens to upgrade, right? Don't wait until after hear how great the first salons are, and then wait to upgrade, because those accountability groups just happen, right? Like, don't wait till Sunday. Do it. I would say, okay, if you're not sure if the all access pass is right for you, ask in the community, ask in the chat. They're going to tell you they are. Like, they're going to tell you it's worth it, but like, you don't have to take my word for it. And I hate seeing people who are like, want to upgrade. I want you to upgrade, right? Because there's always more value coming. We're going to have workshops after the summit. And so there's always more value you can get from it, especially the longer replays. But if you can do it so in advance, so you get all of the benefits, that's the best way to get the most from the summit.
That's right. So if you have the weekend pass, there are some things that you don't have access to. And by the time the summit starts, you're going to want to have access to them, right? So Rashida's saying, go ahead and upgrade now. If you think that you want to be in these salons, if you want to be in the breakout rooms that are going to turn into accountability groups and accountability buddies, if you think you want to be there now, go ahead and upgrade now, because they're only happening twice during the summit, right? They happen on Saturday and they happen on Sunday. And if everybody comes in Sunday morning at our coffee talk before the summit starts and it's like, oh my gosh, Saturday's salon was amazing, you're still going to upgrade. Okay. You're still going to upgrade, but you will have missed the first one. Okay. The other benefits you are still able to get after the summit ends. So the extra replays, the extra time on replays, you can add that on, right? The bonus workshops, all of the bonus workshop speakers are also doing a regular session for everyone, right? They're doing a session for everyone, but then they're doing a bonus workshop after the summit ends. And that you're able to upgrade later and get, right? Before the workshops happen. But the salons are the thing that if you miss it, you miss it. So if you're considering it, go ahead and upgrade. Price, last day for this price is Thursday.
At this price, yes.
Thursday at this price is the last day. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I had one in my head. What was it? I just had it. Do this, do that, boppity boop. Oh no, but that one was mine. It's your turn. It's your turn.
That's that was yours. That was yours.
Sorry. I was like, I just said it. I told them. It's your turn, girl.
Number 7, host a salon. Right? A way. Now, I know, listen, we are in our do as little as possible eras. And I know Black women are not volunteering for things like they used to, right? That's good. Okay. You don't have to volunteer for this, but if you want to, you can host a salon. You can get together and help to facilitate a small group, a breakout room. If you have your all access pass, or if you were a speaker at a previous Exodus Summit or current Exodus Summit, you can volunteer, you can raise your hand to host a salon, to just hold space for some group of women to get together. We've talked on both of our channels recently to Black women who have been in accountability groups that branched from, that started as Exodus Summit salons or breakout rooms and became accountability groups. And they're incredibly helpful and incredibly wonderful, right? Just a really nice space. So host a salon if you can. Hold space for people without being the teacher. You're not there to teach anybody anything. This is a community interactive place, not a sit down, take notes. This is not a regular session, right? If you can do that without being the teacher, and if you can do that without being the salesperson, I'm here to sell my, I'm a travel agent. No offense to travel agents, but this is not a place for a travel agent to come and pitch their stuff, right? If you can really be in community with other people, go ahead and volunteer, offer to host an accountability group, or host a salon. Host a salon. Inside of the salon, some of them will become accountability groups going forward. If you have your all access pass already, you can do that by emailing hello@exodussummit.com. If you don't have your all access pass, first upgrade, and then you can email hello@exodussummit.com and raise your hand to host an accountability group. They're either focused on where in the world do we want to move to, or where in the world do we live right now that we want to leave, or what is a problem or a special circumstance that I want to navigate in order to move abroad. I have pets, or I have school-age children, or I have a child with a special needs child, or I have a spouse who's kind of like a special needs child. I have something that I need to navigate specially, and I want community around this thing so that we can make progress together, so that we can learn from each other and help each other and support each other. That is what breakout rooms or salons are for. I know we keep calling them 4 different things. They're called salons, but they're breakout rooms, Zoom. That's what they're for. And if you want to host one, which is really just holding space for it, you can do that if you have an all access pass.
Yes. Next on the list, every year we have a whole bunch of new women showing up. If you're a new woman, hello. Hopefully you're already in the Facebook group. If you're not, please join us over at Facebook, exodussummit.com/community. You guys have been excellent about this before, but I want to put this out here again. OGs, you are the leaders in the community. You show us every time we go live. You have the information, you're sharing, you're caring. Show the newbies how we do things, right? We're kind, we're generous, we're kind to everybody. If there's somebody we can't be kind to, we ignore it. If we cannot ignore it, we holler at a moderator, right? Yeah. This is a very kind and loving environment. And if you are not kind and loving to the people who are here, as long as you're not like trolling, if you're trolling, do what you do. But as long as they're not trolling, if you can't be kind and loving to them, you are going to get put out and you are not going to get a refund. Right?
That's right.
If we notice, we got so much going on. We are interviewing 20 women, 21 women apiece. We are interviewing. If we are in the middle of an interview and realize you acting up in the chat, you're being unkind to someone, we're just going to put you out and you're not going to see the rest of the summit and there shall be no refund. So I know y'all got this. I know you got it because you're around. If you're watching this, you probably watched this enough to know the deal. Kindness, love, we speak to each other kindly. And that's how we get the most from Exodus Summit. And that's how we keep it a safe community.
Yes. Agreed.
All right.
I ran out of things and I like the number 8, so I feel good.
It can't be 8 because I went first. So it's supposed to be 9.
You did too.
I did too?
And you did an extra.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8. I can't count.
I caught up on my notes after. Okay. How do we feel about that in terms of getting the most from Exodus Summit? How do we feel about that?
I feel good. I think if you guys do those things, you will get the most from the summit. I'm going to add a bonus. So this is I got a whole bunch of bonuses. A bonus is if you see a speaker and you're like, I want more information from them, find them on the internet, on their website, wherever it is you can go to pay to work with them. Go do that. Our speakers are paid to speak. They are not paid to do any work past the speaking in the session. Right? We are not paying them to do any work past the speaking in the session. So hitting someone up and saying, I saw you at Exodus Summit and I have these 4 follow-up questions is going to make us look bad. It's going to make us look crazy. We don't want that, right? But figuring out how to work with them one-on-one or join a program of theirs and asking follow-up questions is a good way to go. Yeah. Please don't show up in these ladies' inboxes because there's 1,200 of you guys now, right? The speakers can't handle even 200 people showing up and saying, I have a follow-up question for a summit. Even 200 of you is too many. 2 of you is too many. They already got paid. They get paid for the session. There'll be a Q&A session during each talk. Whatever questions we can get in that time, we get in that time. Please figure out a way to work with them if you need more detail and depth. Got it? Okay, we're good.
Even if they say, message me, don't do it. Okay, we're gonna address it every time. Everyone will say it. They will all say it, but they don't message me. They don't know what they're saying. They
don't know y'all be messaging. We know y'all do that. Don't do that, please.
I guess I have another one that is kind of how to get the most, but it's really about how to bring someone in. I think it might be helpful to you, some of you, to have an Exodus Summit buddy from your everyday life come and join you inside of Exodus Summit. So share Exodus Summit with another Black woman who you think would really, really benefit from coming. Share it. So it's a way for you to get the most because it might be helpful to have a friend with you. But it's really a way for you to just share it, a way for you to make sure somebody else gets what you're getting. We are passing information along. We're not going to let it stop with us. So share it with somebody you know. You can share it a variety of different ways. If you go to Exodus Summit, when you have your ticket, right, there's a thing, when you buy your ticket, there's a thing that says share.
Yes.
Right? You can just push a button to share the summit. On every session, there'll be a couple of buttons, some sharing buttons during every session. You can share it on the internet. You can share it right now. You can go on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever you use and just let somebody know that Exodus Summit is happening. You're coming, you're registered. Here's what you think you're going to get from it. And here's who you think who should also join in. But in some way, it would be wonderful if you would share this with someone you think would like it, would use it, right? Share it with a Black woman you know who would come to Exodus Summit, get this good information and put it to use.
Every year we have speakers we ask speakers who we don't know to speak to you guys. And this is my thank you to you guys. Oh, if you've been to a summit before, this is my thank you to you. Every single year, some of our speakers ask their friends. Their friends have spoken to us before, or they're in the community or something. And we have never had a situation where a speaker has said, nah, don't go there. Nah, not that audience, right? And I have been to audiences before where I'm like, oh, I would not go back. I have reached out to people before to say, you spoke there, should I speak there too? And have them be like, it was okay. They don't do that with us. Every time a Black woman reaches out and says, is it cool for me to speak at Exodus Summit? The answer, as far as we know, has always been, oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so we want to thank you guys for always being an audience that is respectful of our speakers, kind to our speakers, kind to each other, and build relationships with our speakers over the years. A lot of times, like I said before, by working with them. Because a lot of our speakers call back, like, y'all want me to come again? Our speakers, like, we have a reputation for our speakers wanting to come back. This year, one of our old speakers reached out and was like, can I speak for you guys? But one of her friends already had the spot.
She was like, man, I wanted that.
I wanted that spot. And she already got, right? So just to let you know, like online, everybody doesn't know each other, but in our circle, a lot of people do know each other. And you guys, by being amazing, we have a good reputation. I'm gonna brag on that real quick. We have a good reputation for the way we handle business, but you guys having a good reputation for being an amazing audience is what makes sure people come back. Because if either one of those sides of the equation wasn't working, we wouldn't get repeat requests to speak, and we wouldn't get all the speakers we do get. So we are appreciative, and we're really glad that you guys make this an amazing event. We couldn't do it without you.
Literally.
All right. If you're watching this and you're like, what do I need to know? I think we covered all the things you need to know.
I agree.
Okay. Maybe a couple follow-up questions and then we're out of here. Keep this short tonight. Okay. All right. So TJ's in our third summit. I saw someone say it was their first summit. Oh, Tiana's first summit. Yay. Okay. Follow-up questions. Was an email link sent to sign into the summit?
Yes. So Hey Summit is the platform that we use. They've sent a link that shows you how to sign into the summit, and they will send you a link every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning. You'll get a link as well. But yes, they sent one already automatically after you got your ticket, and they'll send another one. So if you got an email from me like half an hour ago or so or less, that says how to get the most from Exodus Summit, then you're also going to get an email that says, here's how you start watching that day's sessions. The sessions happen at the same place, ExodusSummit.com. Just when you go, once the summit starts, you'll see a place that says watch now.
Mm-hmm. When you go to the watch page, if it's time and nothing's happening, press play. If something's not happening, wait another minute and then press play. You know what I mean? Like maybe for some reason we're late. Unlikely, we're usually not late. So if nothing's happening, be in the chat. If you can't figure out how to make it happen, you can get in the chat. But generally, press play and unmute the window and your device. Right? Those are the things that stop it from auto playing. Press play. Make sure your volume's up. Okay. Back to the list. A great suggestion from Abba. I get a new notebook for the summit. Make sure you have a notebook and a pen, because if you're there trying to keep it all in your brain, you're gonna be mad at yourself. You're gonna be mad. Like I thought I had it all. I don't have it all.
That's right.
Notebooks. All right. This is your first summit. Do sessions overlap? No, girl. Congratulations. Welcome to your first summit. We ain't got time for that. No. The only thing that might overlaps are the different accountability groups, right?
Yeah.
And you can choose which ones you go to at which times. You don't stay in one room the whole time. But the actual summit sessions, we have our hands full. Ain't no time for overlapping.
No, one at a time.
One at a time. CK says she loves her t-shirts. Yay.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
If you would like to purchase an Exodus Summit 2024 t-shirt, you can do that at exodussummit.com/shop. exodussummit.com/shop. If you would like, maybe you've seen the t-shirt in the Facebook community. There was a t-shirt that was sent to the early bird all access pass holders. And yes, all right. And so maybe you've seen them. They've been posting them in the Facebook group and on Insta. If you'd like to purchase it, you can do that. It's there.
Oh, I need that sticker, Stephanie.
I know. It's a sticker. There's a shirt.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. There's also, you'll see. So there's still some 2023 merch in there. Yeah. The last year's theme was location freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom. So that's still around if you want the previous shirt. Yeah, they're in there.
In their order and stuff. I love seeing people have their own merch. Like I need some more merch. Okay. Thank you. So you dropped the link to that. Now asks, are we looking for volunteers? Except for the salons. The breakout rooms, the accountability groups. We do not accept volunteers because we want to pay everybody. So we're fully staffed now for what we need. Thank you for volunteering, but we don't believe in free labor. So yeah, no.
That's right. Hi team, thanks team. Yeah, so we have, but we do have room. You can still host a salon with the all access pass, but that's it. Yeah, we got our team together. We have our team of moderators. You'll see them. So a couple of them have already been in the Facebook group doing things. You already know Francis, but Nirel, who has a different name on Facebook, and Raven have already been inside of the community. I think Amina's been in the community too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they've been inside of the Facebook group, and you'll see them during the summit also.
Okay. Yeah. Pineapples in LA says, how do I access the add-on replays once purchased? If you mean the replays for this year, once the session is live, she means the old add-on, the 2022?
Yes.
Okay, like that.
Yes, I believe so. Add-on. Yeah. So if you purchased Exodus Summit 2024 and you've added on replays from Exodus Summit 2022, the Move Abroad Money session, which included things like taxes for expats and how to make money in various ways to be anywhere in the world. If you've already purchased them, you have an email in your inbox, at least one email in your inbox that says how to watch. Yeah, how to watch. I would look for Move Abroad Money. It's something like the subject line is how to watch Exodus Summit Move Abroad Money replays. So I would type Move Abroad Money replays in your inbox. And if you still don't have that, if you don't have it there, I think so. You could possibly go to exodussummit.com/2022, but I don't think so. I think you need to go through that link to get to that particular replay. So I'll write it down and resend that to everyone who has registered for that. Let me write that here. I'll resend the email. The email, you should have gotten 2 emails at least, depending on when you purchased, to access the add-on. How to actually access the add-on. Now, if you'd like to buy the add-on right now, you can go to exodussummit.com, go to the little icon in the top corner, your little icon that represents you. In the drop-down menu, there's a way to purchase the add-ons. You'll see it. The menu is pretty small. One of those sections will let you do that. How to watch.
Okay. Grace wants to know, what are the hours for Summit? I can tell you Eastern time hours. If you're in the US, when you look at the website, each session will tell you the time in your time zone, unless you're using a very effective VPN and it's changing your time, whatever, but it shouldn't do that. The kickoff session is going to be at 9:30 in the morning. And then we go straight through with I think our longest break is like 45 minutes, straight through until most days around 8:30 Eastern time. Yeah, I think Friday's different. Friday session starts at, is that 6? Starts at 6. do we need that to be an hour? It's going to start at 6 or 6:30 Eastern time, and Octavia's session will start at 7 Eastern time.
Yeah. Yeah, but remember, it should show what time, whatever time your computer thinks it is, it's going to show the session times in your time zone. When you go to ExodUSSummit.com, those session times are in your time zone based on where your computer thinks you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you're outside of the US, it might be a little funky, but check the time against what we just said, against the time zones I just said, Eastern time zone that I just said. Okay, let's see. I think we have a couple more questions. Regina, thank you for that super chat. That will go towards tickets. We do not have any more tickets to give away because we have more requests than we have. We have more requests than we have money. But if you'd like to donate some more money, you can donate at PayPal, boom, 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 or Cash App. And I'm going to drop that link as well. We've given away, I think we'll be at 40 tickets. Unless one of you wants to give, $17,000, and then we'll be at a little bit more than 40 tickets. But right now, I think we got enough money for 40 tickets. You don't have to give any set amount. Every dollar helps. And they all go into a fund. It's pooled, and then we give tickets away.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Thank you. Yes, and the ladies who receive tickets are very grateful. But like I said, there's no more tickets, no more money to give, no more tickets to give, more requests than money right now. Yeah, that means at least 40 Black women who would not have otherwise been able to attend Exodus Summit are attending Exodus Summit. So thank you. Thank you. We told you guys, this is a great community. Very much awesome. Great community. Yes. Yeah. What else? More questions? Thank you, Mara.
Let's see, this one, all access pass includes the money sessions, or I have to pay the extra $150. All access pass does not include the Exodus Summit Move Abroad money sessions, which were from 2022, right? The 2022 Move Abroad Money Summit was a whole different summit. If you want those replays, then it's extra, right? And that's that add-on that we're talking about.
Yes. But it's for the all access pass, it's half the price. It's you get a huge discount than you would otherwise. And that's the benefit of having the all access pass. Otherwise, it is a lot more expensive.
That's right. That's right.
All right. We may have done it.
Okay, good. I'm happy.
Okay,
friends. All right, so this is how you get the most from Exodus Summit 2024. We want to make sure that you get the most. We want to make sure you get what you came for. So let me get back to my list. Come to those morning sessions where we're going to set the tone for the day and tell you what's happening, give you any changes, any updates you need. Clear your calendar off. Don't let other things poke away at your time. Make sure that this is your summit weekend, okay? Keep the chat on topic, all right? Have a good time. There's a separate category or space for Q&A questions. So if you want your question to be one of the questions that we ask the speaker after they've done their part of the session, right? You have a better chance if you put it over in the Q&A section where our moderators can see it. You'll see. There's one that's chat, one that's Q&A, something else. You'll see. Also, going along with clearing the calendar, make sure you're out. We would watch this alone. Even if you and your best friend both have tickets to Exodus Summit, we would watch this alone. Y'all get together later. Get together after. Usually there are meetups right after the summit ends, a whole flurry of meetups. I may be going to Dallas. Don't tell Rashida. I may be going to the Dallas meetup right after the summit ends.
I'm going to the Paramount meetup right after the summit ends.
Okay, good. Don't let people distract you during the summit. All right. Journal. I would take some time. We would suggest taking a little time right now. Do some journaling to find out what things you need addressed during the summit. What are the buts? Yes, I want to spend some time out of the country, but what are your buts? Make a list of the buts. so that you know you have an agenda. When you come into the Exodus Summit, here's some things I need work on. Here's some things I need cleared up. Upgrade your ticket. If you think you want to upgrade to the All Access Pass, upgrade to the All Access Pass. If you miss the salons, you miss the salons. Okay, go ahead and upgrade. And host a salon if you'd like. If you have an All Access Pass, host a salon. Host an opportunity for women with something in common with you to get together. Be kind. Okay, be kind. We're kind to one another. If you want more from the speakers, they will have information on how to get more from them, whether it's booking a session with them, joining a program. Some of them will have some downloads for you, right? But do follow those instructions. We're not DMing them or emailing them and asking them to work with us for free or answer our questions for free. They'll have a way for you to work with them more. And 10, share Exodus Summit if you would, okay? Share it with a Black woman you know who would benefit from it, who would come, who would attend, and who would benefit from it. Not someone who would, you know, just be like, well, I didn't go to the sessions, right? Share it with somebody you know who would get involved, do the work, so that we can have more success stories, right? What we want when the summit is over is we want to be able to scroll through and be like, when I take credit for that. I take credit for that. Okay. Help that number increase, por favor. Thank you.
And you don't have to share it with just one person. You can share it on your social media. We're okay with that. If non-Black women see it, right? If other people outside of Black women see it, it's fine. You know, just don't go buying them tickets or inviting them to the house to watch with you. Okay.
We mean it. We mean it. Remember how the NFL, when I was younger, the NFL actually prosecuted a small child for showing a football game at school. He recorded an NFL game and showed it at school. They prosecuted him. And I'm like, listen, don't make us come after you. Them lawyers are probably still working. Don't make us come after you. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Listen, 3 days. 3 days to go, right?
That don't sound right. Your math is wrong. Your math is wrong.
Before you know it, we'll be inside of Exodus Summit. The first evening is Octavia Rahim. We're really looking forward to it. We're looking forward to everything. But especially we're looking forward to Octavia Rahim kicking us off. Okay.
If this is your first year attending, this is number 11 for Octavia Rahim's session. Get your bonnet on, girl. Be in your PJs. Get like you're going to go to sleep. You're going to rest, right? You're going to want to get absolutely comfortable. So if you're still there in your work clothes, or if you're driving up, you can watch the replay, right? But be at home even if it's only Octavia Rahim's session that you can manage it for, your PJs, your bonnet, you clean the face off, be ready. There are some women who went to sleep during that session and didn't wake up for hours, right? Like, it's Friday night. Right? They got their good sleep. So
I got a robe picked out. I don't have last year I bought more comfortable robe. This year it's not as comfortable, but it's a robe. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, we're excited about this. And we will talk to you in a few days.
Soon.
Okay.
Okay. I'm hitting the button.
Hit the button.
Okay. See you guys.